Hey, what it do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a great day. So I don't know if you guys remember a couple videos back, we were working on the DENALI. It threw a trouble code or error code or whatever you want to call it. I plugged the computer in and it said that injector number 4 had an open circuit, misfire. I didn't know exactly what it was, so I cleaned the connector off. We threw a can of diesel clean in there and it ran great for like 600 miles and then all of a sudden it just took a dump again. So I did a little bit more research. I guess it's very, very common that the pigtail on injector number 4 fails. I don't know if that's actually true. We're gonna go for it because I heard that injector number 4 is kind of like a problematic one. So anyhow, we're gonna be trying to fix that in today's video. And we ordered the new pigtail from Fleece Performance. It does come with 2 connectors, but I'm gonna be trying something out new because once I get it all put back together, I want it to be like as good as possible. And so I'm sure you guys have seen these on Instagram, the solder stick connectors, where you basically heat them up. They got a little bit of solder and they shrink wrap. We're gonna see how well these things actually work in this video. And there might be some other stuff that makes its way into this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump into it and let's roll.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Days been gone, a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
This is actually gonna be the second time that I've taken this apart. If you guys wanna kind of see like a little bit of the ins and outs on how to do this, it's really pretty simple, but I'll put a link somewhere up here, I don't know, somewhere on the video that you guys can go back and kind of see how I did it. But for now, I'm just gonna set up on time lapse and get this thing ripped apart, and then we'll actually start putting the new pigtail on and all that stuff.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the work. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this at all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Checks big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate, we ain't selling short, know the work. Ain't nowhere to hide, you ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind, cause I be on the work. Yeah, you know I be on the work. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the work. Yeah, man, we coming for the...
Alright, so I've got everything removed already. Basically, all you have to do is take this guy off. I use a bungee to hold it up out of the way. Just kind of hold it up here, makes it easier to work. And then there's a cover right here that basically just pops off. You guys can see this right here, and that right there kind of just like squeezes onto it. And then there's 2 bolts down below that you have to remove, and then this just comes out. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but this is injector number 4 right here. This is the pigtail in question. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this guy off. So before we get too far into this, guys, I just need to let you know, I am not a pro. This is not like a tutorial. I'm just kind of going for it, and if this helps you guys, well, then it helps you. But basically, come to find out, my truck's warranty is it's expired. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and fix everything myself because I'm a cheapskate and I don't feel like waiting forever to get my truck into the dealer and then have to wait forever to get parts, and I need to use my truck, and I like my truck. So we're just kind of going for it, and if this helps you guys, cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up. This is from Fleece, the L5P Duramax Injector Pigtail. So the first thing you guys might notice about this is that the wires coming out of the pigtail are actually much larger than the stock factory harness. And so I don't know if that's like where the breaking point is. It's like somewhere in here, but we're gonna go ahead and cut it off and then hopefully just plug it back in and we'll see if it works. All right, well, I guess here goes nothing. Ooh, I'm nervous, guys. This is like the first thing I've actually ever done to this truck. Oh boy. All right, she gone, she gone. Ah! I kind of feel like it's all downhill from here. This is like the first thing that I've had to like fix on this truck. Granted, I've like changed oil and done all that stuff. This is like the first thing that's actually gone wrong. So anyhow, hopefully this fixes it. But you guys can see the connector right here. Here's the new one. And basically I think what happens is the little metal pieces in here get worn out and they don't make good contact with the injector anymore. Let's hope this fixes it. All right, well, long story short, I am not a huge fan of the solder stick connectors so far. And I'm sure they work great. I just am not able to like get a nice even heat all the way around. And so basically I'm just gonna use the connectors that it came with. These are the crimp style ones. They still do have the heat shrink, so it is gonna be waterproof, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these put together and put this pigtail back on. Can you fix my truck?
No, I don't even know how to.
Why not?
Because I never worked on a truck before.
Oh, well, do you want to help me?
Yeah.
Okay. See this right here?
Yeah.
You know what that's called?
No.
It's called the pigtail.
Right.
This is the old one. It's no good.
Yeah. So we got a new one.
Yep. Should we try and put it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know where that pigtail goes.
You don't know where it goes?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I think it goes right here.
Oh, you think it goes right there?
Because it looks like the same.
Oh, it looks the same?
Yeah.
Almost. But it goes over there, which is kind of hard to see.
Yeah, and I cannot even see it.
Yeah. All right, watch out. All right, we guys can see the new pigtail on there. I went ahead and left it a little bit long, wrapped it up in a nice gentle circle, gave it a zip tie. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this cover back on now. So this is the cover that goes right there. These are the 2 bolts that I was talking about. They're kind of like out of the way once it's on there. You can't really see them, but those are them. All right, so we got like the pseudo plastic valve cover thing back on. I'm gonna go ahead and take the plastic off and connect the fuel lines again. And then you can't forget these little guys. These are just the clips that kind of go on here. They're like a double fail safe so that the hoses can't come off. And basically it's got a little prong that goes in here, a little prong that goes in here, and then it wraps around the outside so they can't come off. And the last thing to put on is this guy right here. So let's go ahead and undo these fancy bungees. Get this thing over. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Okay. And of course you want to torque this thing to spec. That looks pretty to spec to me. But anyhow, as far as these connectors go, for this specific application, these were kind of a letdown. I know it was like a weird area to get to, but I tried like doing it as evenly as I could, and when I went to pull on them, they just kind of like separated. So not overly impressed. I'm sure they work good in other applications, but as far as like applying heat evenly down there, I just wasn't able to do it. So went back to the original heat shrink connectors, and I think we're gonna be okay still. But let me go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then we'll fire the truck up. And of course, there's always one little piece that you drop that you cannot get. I dropped a heat shrink connector down here. Let's see if I can get it out. Nice. These are like some of the coolest pliers. All right, well, let's go ahead and grab the keys. And if you guys noticed, I am missing a socket. There is a socket somewhere in here right now, but since GM decided to build the lowrider, I'm gonna have to drive it up on the ramps so I can go under there to check it out. Because I'm not gonna. So I'm optimistic, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and give it a go. Let's see if it works. All right, come on. All right, you guys can see that we had a theft attempted. That was me because I accidentally locked my keys in the truck. But anyways. All right, here we go. All right, so far so good. Before, there used to be an icon down there for like the traction control, and that turned off, and it's got like a much smoother idle now. It's still a little rough, still a little bit. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I can feel a little bit of a sputter still. Oh, it's starting to clear out a little bit. You guys, I think it's fixed. Oh yeah, idling way better. Oh, I need to clean this truck so bad. All right, so let's go for a little test drive. All right. Where'd you go? All right, let's see if I can find this thing. Ta-da! All right. So now we can go for our test drive. Away. All right, well, so far so good. I guess the next thing to do is let her eat. Let's step on it. Yep, I think it works. Hey,
What?
how'd you get so muddy? Oh my goodness. You drove it in the mud? Yeah, crazy boy.
It's a big mud puddle.
There is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna go to work?
Yeah.
All right, park the quad. All right, don't mind my janky scanner, but here's the codes. We had P0304, cylinder 4 misfire detected. Let's see, what's this one? Open circuit. Other stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Permanent codes. Let's see, let's go to erase codes. Yes. So over like the next day or two, we'll see how this thing does. We'll see if it pops back up. We'll see if it throws the same code. But if I had to judge by how smooth the truck is running right now, I'd say I did this last time when I took the connector off and on, cleaned it up, put some dielectric grease on it. It ran great for 600 miles. And then it threw the exact same code. So we'll see how this does. We'll give it a day or two to see if it comes back up. And I actually got to go up to Sacramento next week, so that'll be like the real test. Hopefully it doesn't die on me in like the middle of California and have to get this thing towed. But for now, I think we're good. All right, we just got done cleaning the Denali out. It was pretty dirty. So yesterday I went to take this thing out for a test drive, and I was like super excited because I haven't had this truck for probably like 4 or 5 weeks. I drive it around the property doing stuff, but it's like in limp mode, and it struggles going from point A to point B. So I was super excited to get it back on the road, have my daily driver back, and then I got a phone call and I had to leave. So it's been kind of eating at me, and I'm super excited to take this thing out for a test drive. Before we go, I got one last thing that I got to fix real quick. You guys may be familiar with the old John Deere 210 that like we use from time to time. Well, the pedal on it broke, the hinge is broken, the linkage broke. So I'm gonna weld that up real quick, and then once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and take off. And I'm super excited to go for a test drive in this thing and see if all that stuff actually worked and if I actually fixed it. And let's see if it goes back into limp mode. So let me get this pedal fixed and then we'll be on our way. All right, so here's what we got. Here's the old John Deere pedal. Now you guys can see the hinge is kind of breaking right here. So to buy this pedal, I think it was like 230 bucks. And this hinge right here was $2. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grind this off. We're gonna take this hinge, we're gonna transfer the holes over to here, then I'm just gonna weld it back up. Pull out the 255, bring it on over. Here we are, let's see, 14 gauge, that's probably good. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? So this tractor originally came from Vulcan, and I'm pretty sure it worked at the asphalt plant because it's got a bunch of tar stuck on the pedal. And when I started welding, whoo, it started stinking real bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this off since it's like hot and melted anyways. But for $2 and a welder, we got a new hinge instead of a new $230 pedal. So sometimes it does pay to have a welder. Oh yeah, like butter.
Really?
What do you think? Is that gonna work?
Yep.
Grandpa gonna like it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well on our test drive, we're gonna make a couple pit stops. We're gonna stop by Home Depot. I'm gonna see if they're going to exchange these. All the tips on them are broken. We gotta pick up some stuff for the 299. We gotta pick up some stuff for the John Deere. But I'm really nervous, and I hope my truck does good because I miss having it. Can't forget to turn the lights off. Gotta save electricity. She's getting after it. Dang, that was pretty quick. We gotta put you in some more protective gear. If you're gonna be riding that crazy, we gotta get you in a neck brace.
Alright.
We gotta keep you safe, sweetheart.
Okay.
Alright. Tone it down just a little bit though.
Alright.
But that was super awesome. You're an animal. All right, well, we just pulled back in from our trip into town. We went to Home Depot, we went to RDO, we went to Cat, even though they were on their lunch break and I didn't get the stuff I needed. we still went for a successful test drive, and you guys can see that there are still no error codes. The truck is running great, which is perfect because I actually need to take this truck up to Sacramento tomorrow. So let's go ahead and turn this guy back off before we take off. Get this gas closed up. All right, well, I'm pretty excited because I think it's safe to say that the Denali is back in the game. Yesterday, I was dragging the 299 around with it, going up some steep hills, down steep hills, giving it some heavy acceleration, and it did great. So I'm pretty sure that it's fixed. I'm super excited. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put to screws this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you need a huge solid like, subscribe, share this with amigos, hit that notification button down below so you guys can see any other stuff that we got going on. I'll see you guys next time. Later.